play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
Esports World Cup.
Your 2025 FC Pro World Champion! Eyes on the prize.
FC continues today, too, as we get into league play with all of your favorite players. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Chris Puckett. I'll be here on stage one for quite a while. And these two gentlemen, well, they've had the challenge that will continue until Sunday. Please introduce each other, and don't you dare smile, whoever's getting introduced. If you smirk, 0.5. If you show teeth, it's a full point. Go ahead.
I've got the giggles already today, but I'm going to kick off introducing a man who worked so hard last night that he ended up sleeping for 14 hours. Your lip is shaking. Shells, great to have you back. Day two, we're ready to go again.
Oh, thank you for that, FG. And let me introduce him first. Of course, the man standing next to me, he averages 8 wins in foot champs, but he's got 2 competitive wins in two different regions. So that's a great achievement there, my boy FG from Manchester.
Well, we both passed the test. Great to see you, and great to see you too, Puckett.
You both failed. You both failed my test, all right? We need to make each other smile. We're going to work on that. We've got a great show in store for you. If you missed yesterday, a lot of great highlights. And, of course, a pretty awesome format. You were saying this is one of your favorite formats we have seen in FC. What was the best part so far?
Well, I mean, we've had so much action already. I mean, of course, massive drama in the game between Emre Yilmaz and Anders Vergang last night. We also had Nicholas playoff because they're slightly warmer than the people they're going to play, of course, in that 16. As a coach,
Definitely.
what do you prefer for your player?
Yeah, we also had the talk yesterday and today with some other players, so it's really difficult because, of course, you're really happy if you have, you can spare like one round. But on the other side, the other player already has like one game played on that day, a competitive day, not a warm-up match. So yeah, I'm not really sure which is better, but of course we are happy with both situations, and we will see what's going to happen. Yeah,
Konstantin, I come from Call of Duty where we don't give anyone credit other than our teammates, right? This is a 1v1 game though at the pro level. So as we take a look at the league standings, can you shine a light on some of the stars in this competition that you think could be making it into that top 16?
Yeah, hopefully like Milkalov, because he's also like a fellow German.
Okay.
He's playing for Kiel, and Kiel is a second division club, so they are not that off on the radar maybe. So maybe he can go through, and we saw him yesterday that he played really good. He also managed to get the semifinals at the VBL singles event. So yeah, I would be happy for him if he qualifies too, yeah.
FG, same question to you.
I mean, look, you're looking at the Mr. Inevitable there in 12th spot, Anders Vergang. I mean, look, we're very used to this format and Anders potentially dropping points in this format. I expect him to push on today. I expect him to get himself back in the running for that top 8. But I'm also looking at the likes of Levi David. We've got so much talent amongst this team. I mean, for you as a coach as well, to see the league standings like this, there is going to be a lot of big players who are going to miss out on this, who are going to be eliminated by tomorrow.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So if you look at the standings currently, like we have Nicolas, Jafonso, Breeze, but I think they still will make their game way through. They have 4 games to go, so we will see what's going to happen, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Obran, 2002, 0 points with Obran, and he's so good on the game. I know he's going to need to try and bounce back from day 2 if he wants a chance to make it to the top 16. But it's a big day for a lot of people on 0 points.
A lot of players on that right side. 12 of them will not make it through at the end of Friday night. Remember, this is the league play portion of our competition. We get into the bracket going into Saturday. For now, though, we got to catch everyone up on what happened yesterday. It was day 1 here in our STC Rewind. Taking a look at some of the big ones. Manu, our returning champion, living up to all the hype you guys gave me.
Yeah, arguably one of the hardest opening round of matches against Karim, but he did what he does best. Manu Bashore is a man of business. When he gets to this stage, he knows what he's doing. He's confident, and he showed that confidence in that opening game yesterday. And as always, Shells, cool as anything.
Well, I mean, if you won 2 World Cups, I think you're going to be the coolest man in the competition. As you can see, Nasada taking on Danny Pitbull. Nasada going forward, I think he's just ruthless in attack, and he just makes you feel like can't slow him down at any point. So I think if he can carry that momentum in day 2, he's going to be the hardest player to stop. You can see the through ball with Nasada. You just can't stop it.
What was going on with Danny Pitbull? Because he's finished the day on 0 points. I know he is a tough competitor historically for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. So as I said, like in FC Pro, if you look back in January, Nasada lost his quarterfinals against him in the last minute. He was a really tough opponent, and he also played like a good Serie A, I think. So yeah, we really respect him, and I think he will still make his way through the top 24 at least. And yeah,
I like
a
that
lot
call.
of respect.
We saw a number of draws, including Brees, who finishes with 2-point Shells. Any other big surprises on day number 1?
I guess Nicholas on 1 point as well. Just when you associate some of these top players, I've seen them compete for years and years. You just don't really associate them having a slow start. But we understand in the league phase, anything can change and results can change very, very quickly. But I'm sure Nicholas, Obran, even Redlac, they're going to try and bounce back for day 2 to try and push through to the knockout stages.
And one of the biggest moments of yesterday was the game between Emre Yilmaz and Anders Vergang. Anders Vergang losing 8-7. There was a lot of controversy from a coach's perspective here. How important is it to try and control that emotion when there's not too much time left and there's a tech issue or something going on?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is one of the most important topics. That's also what I said about Nasada, where he can improve. And yeah, we saw that yesterday. That might be a bit too much emotion on underside, but yeah, it's his decision at the end. And we focus on Nasada, and we focus on that is the thing that where he can improve. And hopefully we can do that in the upcoming matches as well, like he did it yesterday. Yeah.
And I think the scary thing is we see when Anders versus Emre Yilmaz, these guys are literally the highest level of FC players we've You can see, and you can see 8-7. It went down to the last minute, only in round 2. I just want to see these guys face off in the knockouts because watching throughout the season, in my opinion, I think these two maybe are the best players in the game. But of course, we still got the likes of Nicholas and Asada waiting. On their day, they can give them a run for their money as well.
There's so many goals in this competition so far. Is that something you can control as a coach? Because we're seeing goals go in every single FC game. Or is it just a case of making sure that you get the attacking third of the game right? I mean, Nasada's one of the best, and it looks like you practice that a lot.
Yeah, but we also changed like the formation he played. He started with 4-4-2. He was a really good attacking player, but he might lack a bit in defense. And now we changed the format, which is also like a big part of Dave's role as his direct coach. So yeah, that's something he really improved. And of course, it's important to score goals, but it's also important to have a good defense. Yeah.
Constantine, I know you got to get back to your players and get ready for this match. Before you go, this is your camera up close. Are there any special fans that are supporting you throughout this tournament?
Yeah, I'll look back to all the fans of Germany, of the Freiburg support.
for this match. Before you go, this is your camera up close. Are there any special fans that are supporting you throughout this tournament?
Yeah, I'll look back to all the fans in Germany, of the Freiburg supporters, and also my colleagues at Freiburg, which are currently at the training camp with the first camp. So have fun there, and we will see each other next week.
You're making the Germans proud. Congratulations. We'll let you go get backstage. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about what we're about to see on this stage. FG Shells, some tough competitors, some tough rounds. And if you're looking at the numbers, we've got a few players who are sitting on a perfect 6 points. Others 0 points and a few withdrawals. An opener between Neat and Levy DeWeird could be a big one. What do you see coming in that?
It's unpredictable. I think Neat coming through the play-ins, he has a bit of, I guess, confidence with him that some players can't really recreate until they get to later stages in the tournament. But I think Levy DeWeird, he had a disappointing result against Paulo Neto at the end of the day yesterday. So I think he's a bit disappointed in that, but he wants to bounce back.
Can I ask you about that third match? Adidas sitting on 0 points. PH Zin from Brazil, also 0 points. That's got to be the pressure cooker.
Yeah, it's a massive game. No, I mean, you could argue both players can't really afford a draw in this. So, I mean, we might be seeing a high attacking FC at its best. It's a tough game for both. I mean, I'm also looking at Milkolov against Bonanno. Bonanno, of course, is on 6 points. Milkolov's doing fantastic. The lowest ranked had one of the greatest first days he could have imagined. He was absolutely brilliant. Let's see if he can kick on. If he wins that game against Matty, he's in a really, really strong position.
Yeah, that will be our first player to get to 9 points in the tournament. Shells, give me the prediction right now. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the underdog. And even that, maybe it might be the commentators.
You're going with the German?
I think with the pressure on, when you're being the lowest ranked player, every player that's looking at you think they have to win against you.
Okay.
That's just how it's going to work. And I think for Milkolov, he can use that to his advantage because everyone knows will be thinking they can't lose to him. And he's already sitting on 6 points. So this is a big day for him to maybe increase the gap from everyone else.
And if you're looking at Bonanno on the other side, he's won both of his games by just 1 goal. FG, do we expect a higher scoring battle? Because on the other side, we got a 13-5 goal differential for the German.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the way that Matty plays is quite electric, but he can be quite smart with trying to manage the game. The thing is, with 9 minutes halves here in Paris, we're going to see goals. Yeah. Anyway, whether both players would take a point in that game, from a Milkolov perspective,
no.
Happy with that? I don't think Matty never plays for a draw. We know that when we see him with Man City.
Yeah.
He always goes 100%. But would Milkolov take a point with that?
I happily think Milkolov will. I don't think he would have thought he would be sitting at 6 points after day one. So I think taking a point here, he can increase his chance to make through knockouts, but Bernardo will be fuming if he doesn't come out with a win here.
Here's a look at some of the best players from around the world, all competing for our $1 million, 250 grand going to first place, and of course, the title of EWC 2026 champion. If you're looking at the club championship, a lot of pressure on Liquid, 0 points, 0 tournament wins. We're in week 3 already, Shells. You got to start if you want to walk away with the millions.
Now, of course, they've got a lot of pressure on Team Liquid boys, but they've got 3, 4, 5 players. Literally, they can all win the tournament. So if I'm Team Liquid, if you want to win the club champions, you have to win a title in one of these games, and they've got 4 players that they can do.
And they got to win over Anders last night as well, FG.
Yeah, they did. They'll be looking at this, and they'll be saying they'll definitely try and score some points in the club championships. They quite simply have to, like you said, 5 players, and like Shell said, 5 players you could argue will be up there, will be looking to push on to the knockouts in the latter stages of this tournament. I mean, I'm super impressed with the way that they did stuff. We spoke to Renzo yesterday. They seem so professional, and I think they usually are there or thereabouts.
Yeah, and I think even if they win, lose, or draw, I just think they're so controlled in their build-up and preparation for the tournament. No matter what results they get, whether it's good or bad, they can keep themselves composed and keep the game in their hands. And I think Team Liquid, they're going to be making a run for this tournament.
Gentlemen, there's only 2 players here with 2 points in this round. It's going to be Brees and, of course, Marwan. So which of the 2 has more pressure in the opening round to score right here? Remember, you play 6 games, 2 of them are done already.
I think they both have, I think Marwan will put more pressure on himself. We saw Marwan be a lot more sort of visual with how he was feeling yesterday. With that being said, Brees is one of the home players. If he makes it to that main stage, this place will be electric. They'll be full of the support he's got here. But yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's definitely pressure on both of the players, but I think Marwan's definitely feeling it more. And I think with the games yesterday, he should have capitalized and maybe come out with a win in one of those games. So I think playing your fellow countrymen now I think he was feeling the pressure because the rounds are getting on. You don't have many chances left, and you're gonna have to beat your teammates or country mates eventually.
Reminder, that's against Paulo Neto on our 6th station. We will get to that in just a little bit. In the meantime, let's take a look at your top scorer so far after day 1. Who is scoring the most per game? I have a feeling it's going to be, Nasada dropped 10. Chris DeBoer dropped a 10-7 game as well.
I mean,
Chris?
Yeah, not Nasada.
It's Nasada.
Yeah, great.
Nailed it.
Every
Great
tournament
shout.
we've seen Nasada competing from the E-Champions League to the Pro Open, he is the guy goals scored, always in the top 5. And I'm telling you, if you play against him, you will understand why. Because when he's got the ball in the middle of the pitch, it's like, what are you meant to do? You're waiting for him to make a mistake. And if he doesn't, he's going to get the ball at the back of the net.
2 Levies, Anders, and a Samu Gamer. What is the most surprising thing on that screen?
I mean, to be honest, it's not really surprising anymore, but average goals of 7.5 for 4 of these players and 8. I mean, that's just average. They've gone above that a couple of times, and we're going to see more and more goals. I wonder if that average is going to rise as the competition goes on. But one thing's for certain, Shells, you got it spot on. Nasada is the man in front of goal. It's also nice to see Levy up there.
Yeah. Because he's known for his defensive side of the game. But I think on this year of FC, you got to be able to score goals. And it's good to see Levy the Weird because I've known him defensively, masterclass, but he's got to be scoring goals. And I think with Levy, if he can get both sides working, he's got his run for the money.
Are we going to see any parity on the pitch today? Will there be different players used? Will there be different items picked up? 15, we should remind everybody what they're playing with because this is Ultimate Team, right?
Yep.
It is 15 million budget for the players, but they've already pre-picked their players. So in terms of changes, they could use their bench potentially. I mean, Shells, I think when you were a pro, you
up very, very quickly. Richard Buckley joined alongside former La Liga champion Gravison in the commentary booth. We have got 4 of our matches kicked off and ready to go. Grav, where would you like to start day 2?
I would like to start with Neat against Levy. Thank you so much, production, because I feel like this could be a huge one. I'm curious to see how Neat performs against Levy because they've been playing against each other since 2021. And Kika, Maldini clears it. I do feel like they've been playing against each other for so long now, but they've both developed. Back in the days, there used to be, I would say Levy was the favorite, but it was a bit edge to him, not that much, but now he's the clear favorite coming into his match. Let's see if the Spaniard is able to play as well as he should.
Oh.
Yes, because it's offside. It's offside for Xhaka. No,
it's not. It's on.
It's on. Granit Xhaka
Certainly
making
is.
it 1-0.
Granit Xhaka coming down to follow in on the goal. Low driven from Neat. And it's Levy David going 1-0 down. That is your STC first goal of the game.
Let's see how Levy is able to adapt to this match. Because you can see he's going for those shots. He's going for the ball world finesse. He's going for the ball world trivella. And of course, being a part of Team Liquid, set pieces are going to be a huge factor as well, Rich.
Absolutely. But we do have plenty of other matches underway at this current moment. As I was telling you earlier, Nicholas taking on Smolk in his opening matchup. We've got Brees in action. Speaking of Nicholas, here is the opening moment of the game. 3 minutes in, and I know he's someone that you know very well, Gravison. Nicholas frustrated yesterday.
He was.
We saw that in the interview with Case after his first match against RVP. Coming into this game, 3 points an absolute must against Smoke. As Neat 2-0 up and looks devastating in the final third.
You could see the player switching coming in from Levy because he player switching to the other centre back to try to cover the pass, but Neat was trying to focus on the technical. So when the angle opened, he went off any further finesse. Now it was 2-0. Coming back to the Nico question, Rich, I do feel like this day 2 is going to be completely different from him. I expect 6 points.
You think?
Yes, because it's something about day 1 for him historically in the World Championship, and day 2 is usually flawless from him. So let's see how he performs.
We do have a top of the table clash between Milkalov and Banano. Both players yesterday ended on 6 points. There has been an early breakthrough in that matchup. We can show you when we have it. It has gone the way of Manchester City and Matthias Banano in that game as Neat comes forward once again. The Atletico Madrid blue stripe is cutting through this Team Liquid Levy David defence at the moment. But here is Levy finding the pass through. Just couldn't quite get the animation on the pass that he wanted.
Even though he's losing 2-0, I'm enjoying the way Levy's playing at the moment. He's kind of counter-attacking with 4 players, the cam, the wings, and the striker, and I think it's just time until he finds the right timing and scores a goal.
Just to give you all the updates, Palonetto and Marwan in action. There's Neat on the player lock, good defending from Levy. Virgil against Brees, and Adida will take on PH Zin. No goals in that game. Brees leading 2-0. The guys on the desk talked about that game and said Brees needs points with his opening 2 draws, and he is leading 2-1, at the moment in his game, as Paolo Neto leads 2-0 against Marwan. There's your updates.
If you were playing in here, Rich, do you think you'd get those draws? Like, would you be happy with getting 1 point a match?
I mean, what, 6 points? If you got 6 draws, it'd be 0 goal difference.
0 goal difference? I think you're through.
Don't know. Maybe in 24th. Usually 7, 6. I think points was Resende in the first E-Champions League where we had this format. Last few months ago, E-Champions League, it was much more than that. 7 or 8 points were necessary to send you through. Question I want to ask you when we look past this game, after this round, 12 of our competitors, a third, will have played at least half of their matches as Levy finds one back there. How many points do you think they will need with only 9 points left to play for to get top 8? I'm talking top 8 now. How many points do you think that's going to be?
I do think 13 points are going to be enough. As we see.
Banano's will be on 9 out of 9 if he continues as he's going here.
I do think 12 with good goal difference might be enough, but I would reckon 13 just puts you through.
We saw Milkalov equalising there. 1-1 in that matchup. Neat on the edge of the box. Nice and concise dribbling with Luca Bacchio linking into Granit Xhaka. He's already got his name on the score sheet, but João Neves defensively strong in the tackle.
We can definitely see the clash of styles into this matchup. Neat likes to control the game. He's happy holding possession. I'm guessing he has 60% possession at the moment. On the other side, Levy, when he gets the ball back, he wants to counter attacks. He wants to pass the ball to the strikers, to the cam, to